everyone, and welcome to my corner of the world. Today I'm going to introduce you or remind you about Stampin' Up's multi-purpose adhesive sheets, and these can be used on practically any project where you're going to be adhering cardstock to cardstock or paper to cardstock. And to give you a couple of ideas of what I have done in the past is this really fine fretwork, cut work that we used to dye. If you try to put adhesive on the back like snail or liquid adhesive, you can get yourself in a weeny bit of a pickle. So that's one example, and then this is another example again where I've cut the designer series paper with a really detailed die. This is a piece of 6x6. You can get 2 out of here, so it's quite economic. And so what I'm gonna show you is the best way of using it. So I've got a card here that I made with one of my classes, and we have the word celebrate in the middle here. And it is cut with a die using a foil card. So what I've done is I've cut a piece of the foil and a piece of the adhesive sheet, and it's got paper both sides, and when you use it, the adhesive is actually on the plain side. And so when you take the backing off, you want to keep your fingers off of the plain side and just sort of keep it onto the printed side. So make sure you're using the back, putting it on the back of your piece of card or paper, and then you can just roll it like that. I like to just burnish it a little bit with my bone folder, and then we're good to go. And then what you're going to do is you're going to place your die on the front side of your card, so that it'll read correctly. If you put it on the back, you're going to have this actually says celebrate. It's going to be backwards, which is going to be very helpful. And then when you come to take this out, you're going to just give it a little bit of a twizzle and a twist. Just work it back and forth for a few moments, and then you'll find that you'll be able to pull your words out really quite easily. And you may need to just go back in and use maybe your piercing tool to get like the middle of the L or the B out, but it only takes a moment to do that. And then you're just going to use the piercing tool. You can just gently give it a little bit of a flick, and it will start to bring off the backing. And then if you see here, look, it's even taken the little piece that was in the middle of the E. Let's see if it's going to do the same for the L. Oh, yay. Oh, but got too cocky, not on the second E. But anyway, and then you're going to stick it down to your project, and you'll get a nice firm adhesion, and it's not likely to lift off without, and then you haven't got to mess about with liquid glue or snail and getting whiskers of that everywhere. So that's exactly the same method that I used for this card. I put it on the back of the designer series paper, and then just ran it through the big shot like that. Now, one other thing that you can do, or another thing that you can do, is this card. I've actually used the the double-sided adhesive sheet to put some polka dots on my piece of cardstock, which I have then just scattered with dazzling diamonds. So for that effect, you can just take a piece of your your sheet, and I've used the 3/4 inch punch and a 1/2 inch punch here, and you can just cut out several of them like that, and then with your piece of card, you see I've already started. You want to make sure that you are going to take off the side with the writing on it, and I find that if you just pop it between your finger and your thumb, it's not going to do it now, is it? Oh well. The two pieces will separate. I've got some others here, and this was working really well earlier. I was able to do this card really quickly. Ah, look at that, happened. And then all I'm going to do is to just randomly place them. See if this one will work as well as the other one did. Look at that, that came off. I just wanted to prove to you that it's not too fiddly. Oops. To take the backing off. Let's have another little one here. So I make sure that I've got the printed side to my left, and then I know that I'll have the adhesive in my right hand, because I'm very right-handed. I can hardly do anything with my left hand. And then I'm just going to use the piercing tool to take the backing off. Just gently ease up. Oh, I know what I didn't do. I didn't use my bone folder to just burnish that down and make sure I got good adhesion. That's better. I'll be able to show you in a minute the difference it makes. And then I'm just going to get my dazzling diamonds and scatter on and pull off, get rid of the extra. Now you can see here, these were the two that I burnished, and I got good round circles. This one I didn't burnish, and what actually happened was when I took the backing off, it took some of the adhesive with it. So that's you know, the main thing with making sure that you actually burnish the backing to get good adhesion. Well, I hope you have found this useful and enjoyed watching the different things that you can do with the adhesive sheets. There's going to be a link beneath this video which will take you to my blog and my online store, and you'll be able to find the adhesive sheet. Well, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.